1 minute. 1 minute. Hello and welcome as we get set for another week here of high school football on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and also live. If I can get that set up here. There we go. Had a little bit of internet issue to start out. Hopefully we won't have any more. Here's Ken Suter alongside Wayne Hoy here live on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, streaming as well as Q98.1 on the normal radio. And, well, Wayne, a little bit different hookup tonight as we're doing two different streams, a live one and a radio broadcast for homecoming game here at South Fulton, the team that neither of you have seen so far this year.
No, I haven't seen them. You're right about that setup. It took a little longer than expected, but we got it worked out pretty well. I think we got the extension cord going well, and I think it's a fair setup.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to always have perfect conditions, as the stands right next to the crow's nest here are, a good 15 feet away from each other. So thank God there is a Dollar General right next to the school now, as I was able to run over there and get some more extension cords here. This pregame show brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance, with offices in Farmington and Macomb, here on Q98.1. Tom Conklin State Farm, great sponsor for everybody around here locally in their Farmington and their Macomb offices. Do know that you do miss hearing the Tom Conklin State Farm touchdown live ad reads.
I do. I can't get enough Tom Conklin State Farm touchdowns.
It's funny. We'll be walking around Macomb every now and then, as both of us went to Western, both graduated somehow. But we do have the one bus here that is sponsored, the Go West bus, sponsored by Tom Conklin State Farm. And every now and then I'll turn the corner to see that giant red with the smiling face, and I'm like, oh, Wayne loves this bus.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice reminder that about the work we do.
3.2 minutes remaining here as we're still trying to set up. Did the homecoming stuff earlier. Thought that they'd be at halftime, so we do apologize for not being able to stream that. Normally we would, but I just had a miscue there. Thought they'd be doing it at halftime.
Normally it is, so I don't think anyone's going to knock you down a peg for it.
Princeville coming onto the field now in the maroon and white as the Princes will take on the Rebels in the all purple and a little bit of green and white accent. Green and white's one of those colors that you don't think that really work together until you play South Fulton and you realize, man, it always looks good. No matter what combination, especially when they have those alternate grays as well mixed in. We'll be able to see here on this game. It's going to be another weird one for us as we haven't done an 11-man game together yet this year, as normally we've got the 8-man football between BPC and West Prairie.
Yeah, you didn't even tell me we were doing an 11-man game before on our way out here.
I don't think you would have even noticed.
Oh, no, I would have noticed, especially since doing 8-man for as long as I have with you. 11-man, there's quite a few more players on the field.
Well, quite a few. That's the math that we are able to do. It's just 3 players. But, you know, with those differences in the 2 leagues, 3 players ends up being a whole lot.
Well, you get 3 players on each side of the ball, so it turns around to 6 more people crowding the field, plugging holes, filling gaps, trying to contain the outside. You get a couple more chances.
Able to get out a little bit more as, boy, those speakers are right behind us, and it is thundering as the dethroned Princes comes in, South Fulton. Here on the pregame show, brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm Insurance, offices in Macomb as well as Farmington. And they are ready to go. 1:25 remaining. We'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to the end of the Tom Conklin State Farm post-game show. Here on TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well as Q98.1. We get set to kick off. It'll be the Rebels kicking off towards the Princeville Princes, and they are looking up, and it will be a squib as it will go all the way out of bounds, and that'll start them out in decent field position.
Yeah. Onside kicks, that's one of those plays you got to make sure you keep it just inside the boundary. You do not want to flag like that opening up your defensive possession or position.
So starting out from the 35 will be the Princes. I do believe it will be 35. They are on the wrong number. They're trying to mess me up already.
It doesn't take a whole lot.
So 12 on the clock. Princes will get set up, 1st and 10, their first offensive drive. You could tell already that they knew that kick was going in for that a little bit of a squib look. They had one man deep, and that deep was at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, if they know it's coming, they're not gonna send anybody too far back. Keep them in the action.
1st and 10, as they'll have 3-man wide, two running backs next to each other. Hands it off on the pitch. He gets upfield and gets a nice gain up to almost the first down, maybe even some more. We'll see where he is on the far side of the sideline on the rush. And that was number 22, Tayshawn Kaiser. Tayshawn Keyser. And he will get the first down for the Princes on the almost 20-yard run down to the opposing 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Princes. Already starting out in that shotgun formation, man in motion, and a toss sweep. You know, we were talking earlier in the pregame show a little bit about that difference between 11 and 8-man football. 8-man football, you can see a lot more of those sweeps as you got shorter sidelines. This time going to be a pass screen. It is caught. First down. Oh, and he is gone. That is a touchdown. Caught by number 13, Hunter Johnson. And a quick slant takes it for 48 yards and a end zone for the Princes.
That's a great way to start your first offensive possession as a visiting team. It is homecoming here. There's a lot of hype for the home team. But if you hit them hard and you hit them quick, that's going to definitely put morale a bit down, especially on the first possession.
1:43 remaining here in the first. 6-0 already your score as the Princes take the early lead. 48-yard pass that time to Hunter Johnson. Looking to make it 2, and that'll be wide out on the out, and that'll be in for 2. So already a quick 8-0 game here at the, they'll be able to get that in. Already 8-0, Princeville leading at South Fulton. We'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back. 8-0 your score as the Princeville Princes lead the South Fulton Rebels here on Q98-1. Set to kick off will be the Princes as they roll out here. This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital, McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center, and MDH. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one, man. I tell you, today's just been one of those days. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in prevention care and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Set to kick are the Princes. Back deep, 2-man deep down at the 15-yard line. It's going to be a onside. Will it make it to the 10? We'll see. It does look like they touch it. Thankfully, there's a pole right in my way, so I can't see anything right now. And we'll see what the referee has to say. They're going to say it will stay with the Rebels. That's what I think they're doing, at least.
I can't quite tell yet.
They'll talk amongst themselves, see what they want to do. It does look like the Rebels are going to get the ball not on the recovery, but out of bounds. So starting at the 30. Well, maybe it was out of bounds. There we go. There's the final call. I should just wait instead of talking.
Well, a little speculation.
Legal formation will be the call, so they'll take it at the opposing 45-yard line. That'll be the first drive for the Rebels. They'll start out. Ooh. Wing formation, hands it off right wing as they go try in for the cross buck. Gets about 4 on the play. And that takes me back. That formation, when we played, that's all we used. Was that single, half a fullback, 2 tailbacks, run it up the gut.
Yeah, that's my team did the exact same thing.
So they'll get set up. 2nd and about 8 will be the call. And they'll try to get something going, maybe another gain of 2 or 3, if any.
One thing you do see in 11-man football, as opposed to the 8-man we've been doing, is a lot of drives up the middle. It seems you see a lot more because in 8-man that outside is always seems to be a go-to. So
That outside, especially if you have less players overall going towards the ball, they're able to go through, try to figure out where they want to hit more, try to hit some more holes and go for longer runs. Through this 11-man, you got a lot more of just push, just keep on going, as that'll push in for a first down for the South Fulton Rebels.
For a Rebels first down.
10:20 remaining here, 8-0 your score as the Princes lead the Rebels. First downs, they'll start out at about the 31-yard line. And a few nice runs so far by multiple rushers, just trying to see what holes are working, where this defense is on the front. It looks like a 4-man front, 4 linebackers behind, 3 top. Hands it off left side, gets up past 1, gets past 2, and a nice gain of about 8.
Atkins for a gain of about 9 yards. Brings up second.
Well, the PA man says nice. We'll give him 9 yards. That'll be fine.
8 yards on that run.
And then he just corrected himself. So apparently I just must know better.
That might be.
Second and 2 as Rebels get set up. 9:33 remaining in this first quarter. Double man tight, hands it off right side, gets underneath his blockers and sure in for another Rebels first down.
For a Rebels first down.
They'll move the chains at about the 27-yard line.
A first down every 2 plays is exactly what you want to see.
Well, just mathematically, it's all you really need. Just keep on moving. So, first and 10. Ball right around the, well, let's say the 20-yard line. This one goes up for about a gain of 5. So another good run by this Rebel team.
For a gain of about 5 yards. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5.
I wonder if they'll keep running it up the middle and then eventually throw the obscure pass, trip them up a little bit.
Oh, I mean, if you're getting 5 yards a game, just keep on going.
Oh, absolutely.
Just keep on going until you physically cannot. As they'll hand it off once again on that trap play, gets a gain of about 3.
Run by number 4, Hunter Atkins.
Third down.
For a gain of a couple.
Yeah, third down and about 3 to go. So still in line with how they've been rolling. 8:16 remaining as the Rebels trying to get their score right back from the Princeville Princes, who lead 8-0 on that quick pass, 48-yarder on a slant. Underneath, 3rd and 3. Hands it off. This one is stopped at the line, and a great push to keep him down.
Number 34, Avery Fawcett.
Maybe a gain of inches, if anything, and it'll be 4th down and 3.
Yeah, there was an army of Princes just waiting to swallow that up.
So 4th and, they'll move him up, so 4th and 2. That won't be too hard. Really, as long as you go back to that right hand handoff that's kind of been working for him so far, you can get this first down real quick. 4th down, hand off, left side. They get through the line and in for the first down and more. A gain of about 6 or 7 and in for the first down. Atkins on that rush.
First and goal, looks like they only have 1, maybe 2 yards to go.
And we'll see, and a timeout taken by the Princes, so we'll take another one here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well on Q98.1. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And welcome back to South Fulton as the Rebels have first and goal. Hand it off upfield, get a nice gain, and they'll say in for the South Fulton touchdown. 34. That is
Fawcett, I do believe.
I am looking at the wrong one. There we go. Avery Fawcett in for the touchdown. That makes it an 8-6 game as the Princes lead. Rebels trying to make it a tie game here for the 2-point conversion. Coming in with the play, that is Jude Thiner.
Looks like they may be kicking.
Oh, they'll look for a field goal here. 8-6, 17 seconds on the play clock. And that is no good. Wide right. So 8-6 will be your score as the Princes lead the Rebels. And we'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well as Q98.1.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well as Q98.1. 8-6 your score as the Princeville Princes lead the South Fulton Rebels here at homecoming for South Fulton. This game brought to you by Pawn Plus. Pawn Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash to most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repairs and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games. Located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb, between Taco Bell and the Airco. 7 minutes left in the first. Back to kick will be number 3, Ben Sherrod. Looking to receive the Princes, and it's going to be a squib once again, and this one goes out of bounds once again. So they'll start out in great field position. Both teams have. Kicking really just been an issue so far in this game, as all three have gone out of bounds.
South Fulton almost picked up that ball. Could have had a little quick onside.
Just a little bit too far on that kick. Just a little bit more oomph. 1st and 10 for the Princes, as they'll get set up. Didn't see much of him offensively. Has 2 plays and a quick touchdown for him. He did set up mostly in a shotgun formation. Will probably most likely go straight back towards it, but we will see. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. 2 running backs. They send the man in motion, and it will be a handoff. He gets passed and tackled down at around the 43-yard line by 34. That is Avery Fawcett. And a gain of about 5. So 2nd and 5 for the Princes.
They had that fake sweep going. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the full sweep.
Well, that was their first play.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just did the fake, and now I think they might do the real sweep.
2nd and 5, 6:30 remaining. Now under center for an I formation, double tight. And it's going to be a handoff once again. Gets past 1, gets past 2, stopped by the referee, and he just kind of keeps on moving. He stops another 2 or 3 tackles. Had to slow up and go, referee, what are you doing? Got to go out to the right side. And another first down for him, as it looks like 71 there is shaken up. Standing over on the side, Braden at Harmon. Let's say roll clock here. I don't know if Wayne, the cameraman, can back up a little bit over the huddle as the moon is starting to come up. We'll get it to you at the end of the next play. 6 minutes left in this first quarter. I formation once again. Underneath, hands it off. He gets past 1, and he is stopped just about a gain of 2 or 3.
Win by number 2, Tayshawn.
And the Prince is doing a great job of moving the ball so far. Tayshawn on the rush. And they'll keep it moving. Only about a gain of 2 that time, so 2nd and 8. As they go back. 5:20 remaining. I formation for him once again under center. Only one man wide this time. Looks to pass, gets it. Can't see exactly whether that was completed or not here. It's just far enough away. They will say it was completed, but a gain of about 4. So 3 and 3.
For an 8-yard gain.
5 minutes remaining in the first. Game's just gone by so quick.
It has so far. I didn't even realize we were almost done with the first quarter.
I think that's another little bit of difference. You know, we're going to talk about it all game pretty much, folks, as we're so used to having 8-man for the past few years when we broadcast, but these games tend to take a lot more time as they hand off a little bit more. This one looks to pass. He rolls out past, gets down as he slides maybe for the first down. We'll see exactly where they say he was down. But games go a lot quicker here in 11-man as there's a lot more handoffs, a lot more, full setups, full goes,
4th and 2.
instead of more offhand, no huddle type stuff.
It's a bit more boots on the ground, so to speak.
So a gain of maybe 1, if anything. So it'll be 4th and close for the Princes. They do lead 8-6. And we'll see exactly what they do. They are posted up at about the 30-yard line. Excuse me, the 20-yard line. I can't count my lines, apparently. They'll go underneath for an I formation. And a flag called. We'll see exactly what it is. A delay of game. Wait a second. We've got, instead of delay of game before they got it off, a timeout taken by Princeville. Their second timeout of the game so far. 3:43 remaining in this first quarter. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and on Q98.1.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well as Q98.1. Rebels trying to stop on this fourth down as the Princes lead. Got to see a little bit of that moon coming in now with that nice haze. Oh, that's a beautiful camera shot, Wayne.
Thank you.
Too bad it was a little off center. I'm messing with you.
I was going to say.
I formation, hands it off, fullback dive, and almost stopped. We'll see if they got the first down. It looks short to me, but we will see. He bounced right off the first defensive lineman and then came forward, so we'll see. Referees staring at each other.
It's going to be close.
I don't know. Where are they going to mark it at? It will be marked. Looking down the line, head referee. And they'll say he did not get it. Rebels ball as they stop him on the fourth down. A nice little drive working for the Princes, but cannot finish it off. So it will be 1st and 10 South Fulton as the Rebels have a little bit of momentum here. Now they're going to have to try and figure out which ball is which and trying to flip over the flags there, taking a bit. And in any case, there we go, finally. 1st and 10, a little bit of confusion. Princes were not set. They'll push through on the rush, maybe a gain of 4 for the Rebels.
Definitely quick off the ball on that play. They got right up to the line and just went ahead and snapped it, tried to catch everyone on their toes.
You could see there through that a little bit of confusion going, man, I thought we had that, trying to switch the defense in, trying to move around. When it comes to numbers, the numbers game goes towards Princeville with the amount of players. So they probably got some players switching in, taking breaks, moving around, and they had to contend with the flagmen trying to get their down markers set. Just a little bit of confusion, able to get a nice gain of about 3. 2nd and 7. Fullback dive, and I don't even think he had his eyes open that entire time. Head down, push through.
Went real hard up the middle on that one.
Nice gain of about 4, so a 3rd and 3.
Trying to just hammer it through the Princeton defense.
2:39 remaining in this first quarter. 8-6 your score as Princeville leads South Fulton. I formation underneath. He's going to... it's going to be a ball on the ground. We'll see whether they call it a fumble or down. Did look down as they were calling it off. Let's say it was down, not fumble, so it'll be 4th and 3 on no gain.
This is looking a lot like a punt situation.
Once again, another 4th and kind of close. It's been the 3rd 4th down in the situation that either team has had. 2 minutes remaining here in this first quarter, and they will go for it. As I can hear the Princeville coaches behind us screaming, oh, wait, they're going for it. We're going for it. A little bit of different situation there. Trying to draw them off sides. They're going to keep it going. I think they'll take a timeout here. Yes, they will. So a great job by the Princes to not go off sides. They take a timeout, and so we here on Q98.1 and TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
And welcome back. Princes lead 8-6 as they're trying to get quick game plan going. Rebels 4th and 3 after the timeout. They're going to try and push through. Look like they're going for it. Don't know if they'd go for a punt now after the timeout. We will see. 1:36 remaining in the first.
Looks like they will be going for it.
Get set up. Under center, everybody tight. And they hand it off sweep, and it will be a false start most likely as the line was not set when they went.
That is not something you want to see in this situation.
Especially after you had the timeout. It's not like you're going for no huddle. He just didn't have his hand down.
Absolutely. That might have to bring them to punt.
So they'll mark them back 5, and now will be a 4th and 8. We will see exactly what they want to do now. Most likely punt situation here with 1:33 remaining in this first.
Looks like they're getting setting up to do so.
Back to front for the Rebels, number 3, Ben Sherrod.
Ben Sherrod back to punt. To receive, that is Jake Williams. And a big booms gets passed down on the 50. And they will stop at the 47-yard line. We'll say it about there. So Princes get the ball. Another offensive possession for them. Last one stopped on a turnover on downs on the 20-yard line. Still leading 8-6. So try to get another one in here before the end of the first quarter, most likely.
Yeah, get a little bit of cushion going.
1st and 10. As this game is brought to you by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211. Check your availability. Looks to pass, and that'll fall incomplete. Had a great pressure from this Rebel team. So 2nd and 10 for Princeville. Second and 10.
If Princes had anybody in the area get their hands on the ball, the defense was pretty spread out there. Not many people to shake up and pass over.
That's what they were able to score on a man-to-man coverage on a slant. That safety was just drawn all the way completely to the far other side. That decoy worked very well for him. Now they'll go trips right. Shotgun formation for him. Looking to pass, they'll roll out right. Good pressure, launches it, and it'll be overthrown by about 15 yards. So 2 incompletions in a row, 3rd and 10, 1:13 remaining here in this first quarter.
That defensive pressure will get you every time on passes like that. Going for a long pass, you don't have much time to get the ball off. There's a small window to throw that open, or a small opening to throw that ball.
3rd and 10, 1:13 remaining in this first. They'll go back to trips right. Most likely, I'd say run here, 3rd and 10. It'll be another pass. This one launched and just overthrown again. Great pressure. They were getting some great pressure from this Rebel team. So 3 passes in a row, 3 straight incompletions, 4th and 10 at their opposing's 46. So we'll see if they go for a punt here or not.
If they do go for a punt and keep it out of the end zone, that'll give them great position on their own defense to stop South Fulton from coming back. They'll have a full 100 yards almost to
Rebels
go.
Had that nice little push to get the first touchdown, but other than that, offensively, they haven't had much going for them. So they will go for it. Trips right once again, 4th and 10. It'll be a screen bubble pass, and it goes over his head. They will say it was an incomplete pass instead of a behind pass, so it will be a 1st and 10 for the Rebels, 1:02 remaining. And a nice defensive stand right there to get 2 turnovers in a row.
Already on this possession, they're almost in enemy territory. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better field position on a turnover.
1:02 starting off on their own 46-yard line. They'll go right back to that tight 2-man, hands it off to a sweep. Right side, gets maybe 1 on it. Great contain there by the Princes. That one tripped me up. I thought they were going straight fullback dive in that situation. 45 seconds remaining here.
The only downsides to sweeps is that you start going around the outside, but you're running yards, but you're not running north and south.
Exactly, and especially that's why it's so important to have 2 good contained men on both those sides, because that pretty much stops any sweep where you're not dragging out someone. Look at the pass, gets the out, and almost intercepted. Can't get a hold of it, but it will break it up. 3rd and 9, 20.4 seconds remaining in the first. Tried to go on a little bit of a zig out route. Just kind of threw it a little bit late there as he had 2 zone defenders waiting right for him.
Yeah, nearly intercepted.
So a 3rd and long. We'll see exactly what South Fulton does here. Down 2. Referee will say there will be another timeout. Rebels take a timeout. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well on Q98.1.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And welcome back here to South Fulton. 20 seconds remaining here, 3rd and 9 in this first quarter. This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine rehabilitation staff show why MDH has been voted best of the best. 3 convenient locations serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. 3rd and 9, 2-man tight. And they'll go once again for that crossbuck look. It'll be a sweep right, gets one blocker, and oh my, he is just stopped right at the line, spun down. You know, that is kind of what you don't want. When you've got a nice lead blocker, you need that lead blocker to block.
Yeah,
he had a nice lead holding right for him, and he just touched and kept on moving. And a little bit of a chip block is not going to work when he's able to spin around and tackle down the carrier. So after that 4th, and we'll see about 6 or 7. That'll be the end of the first quarter. 8-6 your score. We'll keep it here. So far,
the score is 8 for the Princeville Princes and
you know,
6 for your
Princeville,
Rebels.
South Fulton both have some great defensive options, as this is again another 4th down situation. Offensively, two quick breaks. This is going to be a defensive game.
Oh, absolutely. It already seems to be. The defense, after those first 2 touchdowns for either team, after that, it looks like the defense really stepped it up and picked it up and started giving the other team the business.
You know, one little coverage there on that man, second play of the game, quick pass, gets upfield, beats one person, you're in for the touchdown. It's how you get a lead, 8-6 here. But South Fulton really, I think, has a great position here to get another score. They are 4th and long, but we've seen them been able to move something. We just need to move upfield instead of sides. Their sweeps are not doing it right now. So as they get back to the field, 4th and 8 at about the 47-yard line.
Looks like they will set up the punt.
You know, it's just nice that I have a cameraman who realizes what a punt is, and to show the punter, we've had to have a few of my buddies help out, and they have not been able to get that down. Long punt as that drops down at the 20, and it rolls down past the 10 as they stop it at the 9-yard line. And a great position now for the Rebels to stop as the Princes set up at the 9-yard line.
That is exactly how you want a punt to go down. Just way far back into their own territory and just set them up for a long drive ahead.
Coffin corner it, get it right down, make sure they can't really do much of anything on a return. 11:50 remaining here in this first half. 8-6 your score as Princeville leads South Fulton. We'll see what the Princes go with. Tried 4 passes in a row and had 4 incompletions in a row. They will go under center now. A little bit of split action towards that left side. And they hand it off. Gets past one and stopped at the line. And we got 2 players fighting all the way down the line. They were 30 yards past the play, still wrapped up together.
Playing to the whistle.
The referee kind of looks at him and says, hey, let's just relax here, you know. Hey, man, there's no reason we got to fight here, man. 11:22 as they get set. 2nd and about 8. So we'll see here what Princeville decides to do. 15 seconds on the clock. I do like, you know, with the way South Fulton's field is set up, being able to see the game clock right there. Looks to pass, quick slant, gets past 1, gets past 2. He has found the sideline down to the 40, down to the 50, and he is gone. One man to beat, and he will not be able to. A nice gain all the way from the 9-yard line. That's a whole lot of math that I won't want to do, but it was close to a 90-yard pass. Picked up there by number 5. That is Jake Williams. And boy, is he tired. Princes extend the lead now by 6.
That is exactly the type of play you want to work out. Especially after that great punt, you get that great counter right there.
Able to get a quick slant, get to the sideline, and a little bit of a pick play there to be in the way, have a blocker ready on the right side as the Princes look to make it 16, a 10-point game. Looks to pass, slant, and that goes straight off the hand, so no good. 14-6 your score here. with 10:50 remaining in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, as well as Q98.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Welcome back here at TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well. It's Q98-1, 10:50 remaining in the second quarter. The Princeville Princes lead 14-6 over the South Fulton Rebels, and it'll be another squib fall on it as the Rebels are able to pick it up about the 45-yard line.
Number 44, Caden Ferguson.
I mean, if you're up front hands team, especially right in front of that ball, you've got to be the first one down there. If you see that ball on the ground, fall on it.
Yeah, that is your one job, is fall on the ball, because if you try to pick it up, the kickoff team is right there. You were either going to get lit up or you're going to somehow drop that football.
First and 10 for the Rebels. And I tell you, there's nothing worse than realizing that you are 5 feet away from 11 guys that are ready to kill you if you pick up that ball. They're going to go power left here. A little bit new situation for him. Hands it off. He's got nice blockers. Gets past one, gets past two, and he's got a nice gain all the way down to the 30. Let's go. It's about the 25-yard line.
Down to the Princeville 25 or 35-yard line.
Payton on the run
25-yard line.
to about the, I'll have to stand up to see, 25. The 2s and the 3s here, they're, the number designs, they look so similar. Either that or I'm blind.
I think you're just blind.
I'm blind.
I might zoom into the numbers just so everyone sees how blind.
Oh, well. First and 10, great run there. As they'll send another man in motion. And it'll be another sweep. Gets past one, and he gets upfield, has a nice gain. And he's tripped up at about the 10-yard line. And another first down for this Rebels team.
We were just talking about how it was going to be a defensive game, but the Rebels are looking to bring it as an offensive game.
Well, that just shows how smart we are. First and 10 minutes remaining. 14-6. I'm just happy we got a great game.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I've announced too many blowouts this year as it is. I'm just happy we got some action. Underneath center, hands it off, goes left side again, gets past the lineman and tackled from behind. And crowd won a horse collar tackle. He was high on the tackle, but it was not a full yank down. You can have your hand up there, you just can't yank him down by it.
Right. That's one of those calls where sometimes it's under the discretion of the referee.
It's got to be pretty, obvious.
Oh, absolutely.
So a gain of about, let's go with 5 on it. Second and 5. Double tight, 2-man wide. And ball on the ground, picks it back up and goes for a little bit of a QB sneak, I guess, and gets about 2.
I don't think that was in their intended play.
I don't know anybody pulling out the fumble rooski. Third and 2 for the Rebels, lining up at about the 7-yard line. Nope, make that the 4-yard line. Once again, I am blind.
We are at a bit of a weird angle here.
Yeah, the poles do not help. We apologize here. You can see the poles holding everything out. Gets through and in for the touchdown, Rebels. Hunter Atkins gets the touchdown for the Rebels and makes it a 14-12 game. Now you'll most likely see him come out for the 2-point conversion to tie it up. They last touchdown, they came out the PAT unit. So who knows? But in my head, you'd want to tie it up here with 8:35 left in the first half.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to be down by 2 in how close of a game this is.
They do go ahead and go for it. Hands it off, left side, gets past one, but he's got a line of defenders. That'll be down, will be stopped, so 14-12. The Princes lead the Rebels. So we'll take a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well as Q98.1.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Skip adding detergent to every load with the Load and Go dispenser. Choose from models that hold enough for 20 to 40 loads, with select models even adding a second compartment for fabric softener. So clothes get the care they need, and you can skip adding detergent every time. The Load and Go dispenser, now available in 3 sizes. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well as Q98.1. 8:35 remaining here in the second quarter. 14-12 as the Princes lead the Rebels. South Fulton set to kick off. Whew, that is a lot of numbers to read off in one little sitting. I'm surprised I got all of them in.
It happens.
Set to kick off at the 40-yard line. Ken Suter alongside Wayne Hoy on the camera. Well, that is if you're watching on YouTube at the Hulett PubliPro LLC channel, as it tips off of the defender for the kickoff. And that one will be able to be recovered. It's a good thing, too, as that bounced way high up.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll get the ball around the 43-yard line for another offensive drive here for Princeville. 14-12, 8:32 remaining. They'll get set.
One thing I've noticed about doing the camera, 11-man versus 8-man, is that the 11-man, it's hard to get the wideouts in, the wide receivers, when they split out.
Well, you don't have to get all the wide receivers.
Right.
Wide receivers aren't really as important when you're framing up rather than the rest of the team. As it'll be a sweep left. He is 10 yards deep and barely gets a loss of 3. And that's one thing with those sweeps, man. You've got to get upfield in a hurry. Because if you're sitting there 7, 8, 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage, even once you get a full head of steam, you're still only going to lose maybe 1 or 2 at the best.
Always got to get that ball up the hash marks.
2nd and 12, 8:02 remaining. Princeville sets up in shotgun once again. Back to that, 3-man out formation they had at the beginning. Looking to pass, screen, and that'll be, slant. That'll be incomplete. That was the slant they've scored twice on already. Same play called, just a little bit too far ahead. Did not lead his receiver as much.
I don't think this defense is going to let up the pressure on the quarterback for these passes.
Especially, when you already have a quarterback that is mobile. He has multiple rollout plays built in. He's ran already for a little while and slid. Like in high school, you see a quarterback who slides down effectively, he's normally a rusher. Looks to pass, lets that one go on the out, gets a nice gain, almost a first down, gets behind, and he just keeps on going. He breaks 1, 2, 3, 4, finally tackled down at the 30. I am at a loss for words. The cornerback had him dead to rights at the first down marker and just stopped.
I'm not quite sure what happened there.
There's a flag on the play. I don't know exactly what the flag will be. Whether it be holding, block in the back, face mask. It will be a personal foul, face mask on the Princes. Maybe on that little bit of a stiff arm, so we'll mark them back a little bit from, I do believe, that point. Personal foul, face mask. They're moving him forward. Okay, so this referee doesn't know his right from left. He's pointing it towards the Rebels. Thank you. There we go. I'm sitting here so confused. I'm like, how is it an offensive face mask? I didn't see anything. So they get a nice gain alongside the rush and the personal foul. So now we're set up 1st and 10 from their opposing's 20. And another flag.
Flag on the play.
And it'll be an offsides call. So another 5 yards. Man, we got stuff all over the place. We got flags here. We got the line marker not in the right position. We've got offsides players. Whew. So it'll be 1st and 5 from about the 16-yard line, we'll say. .25 remaining, 14-12 your score as the Princeville Princes lead the South Fulton Rebels. I formation underneath center this time. As they hand it off fullback. Gets a nice gain of maybe 1 or 2.
Run up the middle, stopped by a whole heap of Rebel players.
And I couldn't even begin to fathom of how many people stopped him that time. I think it was the entire team.
Oh, it was a group of Rebels.
A cluster.
A militia of Rebels.
It doesn't really roll off the tongue.
No, not quite. We'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
A band of Rebels.
Hey, maybe. A band of Rebels. Isn't that Leonard Skinner?
Could be.
Not even a laugh on that. All right. 2nd and 3, I formation. Princes. That's a blown play and a half, and ball on the ground. And it is Rebel ball. I don't know what he was doing with that as he looked to fake the handoff, fake another handoff. And it does look like we do have an injured player. So we will take a quick injury timeout here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well. It's Q98.1.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back after the injury timeout, 14-12. Here, 1st and 10 for the Rebels after the fumble recovery. 6:20 remaining in the first half, and not much of anything going there. A loss of maybe 2. We got a gaggle of girls screaming out here.
False start on the Rebels.
They'll call a false start as well. So a false start, a illegal formation, a face mask, and offsides. Penalties really starting to add up for this South Fulton team.
I did not even see the flag thrown.
I didn't either. So they'll try it again. 2nd and about 16 as they lost one on the play. 6:15 remaining in this second. Has some nice lead blocking, but a gain of maybe 4.
Couple yards, brings up second down and 14.
So it'll be 2nd and 13. So once again, the down marker can't figure out between his 2s and 3s. There we go.
Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem sometimes.
Especially if it's painted down on the lawn like I've seen so far. Rebels come out, and this time they'll be in shotgun, 4-man wide. Spread. Looks to pass, and he's just got no protection. Ball on the ground. Fumble on the play. We'll see who comes up with it. And it will be Rebel ball. Oh, my gosh. Okay, referee, figure out how to point. Excuse me, it will be Princeville ball. He forgot who was going which way. So, fumble picked up by the Princeville Princes. A 1st and 10 starting at around, man, the 10, 11-yard line. Great field position already in the red zone.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we're already, halfway through the second quarter about? And if we had just changed quarters and the teams flop sides, maybe I could give it to the ref on that one. But
yeah, I don't know. This is already his 3rd mistake here. But, I mean, we make mistakes all the time, as you definitely have heard already. This time it'll be a timeout taken by the Rebels. So I do believe that was their last timeout. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well. Also on Q98.1.
Skip adding detergent to every load with the Load and Go dispenser. Choose from models that hold enough for 20 to 40 loads. With select models even adding a second compartment for fabric softener. So clothes get the care they need, and you can skip adding detergent every time. The Load and Go dispenser, now available in 3 sizes. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 5:23 remaining in the second quarter. 1st and goal for the Princeville Princes. It'll be at the 9-yard line. It'll be a fake fullback, hands it off to the tailback. Tailback blocks a few, gets a nice gain. Stopped down by around the 2-yard line.
About a 7-yard gain brings up.
Man, that is so close to the goal line right there.
The running back was just all over that play. He was bobbing and weaving like nobody's business.
4:56 remaining in this first half. Still 14-12. Princes underneath center. As they hand it off, and it is on the ground, another fumble. We'll see who comes up with it.
Fumble on the play.
I do believe it will be the Princes, indeed. So Princeville comes up with the fumble, moves them back a few yards, and now 3rd and goal from, if I can see exactly where they placed down that ball, about the 4-yard line. Man, it is so hard to see exactly when you get passed down to that far side which exact line they're putting it down on.
It's hard to see the numbers at the angle we're sitting at.
Shotgun formation, man in motion. It'll be a sweep right. Gets past one and almost in. We will see. He is calling him down. So it'll be 4th and inches.
Stop made by number 3, Ben Sherd, and number 30.
4th and inches on maybe the half-yard line. That is so close. Wasn't able to stretch out there when he tried to dive. So the Rebels trying to shore up the defensive line to make a stop here. 4th and inches. You can see all their coaches have their hands all the way up, holding their, flipping like they're in the middle of, jump around by House of Pain. I formation. fourth. Looking to pass. It's a jump pass, and it is in for the touchdown. Great play call by the Princeville Princes to get the Rebels off base a little bit. Went under center. They've normally been running straight out of under center. So another touchdown for the Princes. That there will make it 20-12 with a chance for a 2-point conversion. On the catch, Josh Hunt, the tight end for Princeville. 2-point conversion here to make it a 10-point game. And I swear I say it every game, but these 2-point conversions really starting to count up on that as incomplete. Tipped up and down. So 20-12 your score.
At this time, will all the Hall of Fame inductees report to the south end of the end zone? I repeat, will all the Hall of Fame
3:16 remaining, 20-12.
Thank you.
Your score here as the Princes lead the South Fulton Rebels. This game brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. Also brought to you by Ron Ilby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta and with 80 years of car sales experience. Ron Ilby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. And finally brought to you by Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. It's Sports Corner 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. 3:16 remaining, set to kick once again are the Princes. Back deep at about the 15-yard line. We got two receivers back for the Rebels. And set to kick. This one, a little bit of a blopper, and he's going to have to go right back down towards it. So tries to get it up in the air, so it's not another little squib kick. Doesn't get any really momentum as it's going to be stopped at about the 43-yard line.
I wonder if they were trying to put it into about the second line of returners. Try to get a little more time up for the kicking team to get down there.
1st and 10, 3:14 remaining. Rebels down 8. South Fulton looking to, have a better ending to this drive than last drive. Last drive on that fumble. Shotgun formation, looks to pass, and it'll be either offsides or a legal shift.
Flag on the play.
And it will be a legal shift for the Rebels, so moving back 5 and try it again. And once again, shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, that's quite a few penalties, and they definitely do start to add up.
As the third false start for them. 1st and 15 now, 3:12 remaining in the second. We'll see what formation to come out in. They tried the shotgun formation last time. Looks like they will go ahead and go with shotgun once again. One man in motion, looking for a bubble screen. He's going to send him up on a wheel. Long ball, wide open. Gets him with the vertical, but he's got one man to beat, and he is on his heels. Tackles him down at the 5-yard line. Hunter Atkins on the catch, and a huge gain there. Stopped at about the 5-yard line. Safety just able to sprint up and trip him up.
Oh, just barely by the shoestring.
Yeah. 3:03 remaining now. And this one, that one little play just completely changed the momentum here as they're looking to score quick, maybe get a 3 and out and get another score here to take the lead before the end of the half. I formation, fullback dive, gets maybe 1 or 2, keeps pushing the pile, and they'll try it again at about the 3-yard line.
2nd down, 5.
So it'll be 2nd and about 5.
2nd and goal.
Well, 2nd and goal from the 5. There we go.
big momentum plays like that just really will get the offense going and the defense going, try to keep what the offense did in check.
Hands it off right outside. Keeps on trucking, keeps it in, and referees are saying not in yet. So 2 minutes remaining in this first half. And it'll be 3rd and 1. Man, I thought they had it on that one.
Yeah, it looked really close from back here.
So 3rd and 1, they'll try to get it in once again. I'd like to thank you for watching here on TSSR Game Time Live, as well as Q98.1. We'll have a quick halftime show as well here. It'll be a QB sneak, and he's in for the touchdown. QB sneak gets in for the Rebels. So now 20-18 your score. Looking for a 2-point conversion to tie it. Haven't had luck with the 2 points already so far. 1:30 remaining in this second quarter.
It does look like they might be going for 2 here.
Oh, you'd have to. I mean, if you'd go for a field goal at this situation,
you're kind of wasting your chances.
Open tray, shotgun formation, rolls right. He's got a jump pass, and it is intercepted. So it is not good. The conversion will fail. 20-18 your score now as the Princes lead the South Fulton Rebels, and we've still got a great game and a whole nother half coming up. We'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well as Q98.1.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back. 20-18 your score as the Princeville Princes lead the South Fulton Rebels. As Moon is now over the lights here in the Nelson at Snowden Field, at right outside the high school here at South Fulton. Technically, it's outside Table Grove, but Table Grove, part of South Fulton. It is what it is. Looking to kick in this one, another squib, and it's kicked off of 3 people and picked up by South Fulton. The Rebels are able to recover. It is kicked off the leg of the up back, who that's his entire position on Hans' team is don't let this get back behind you. Kicks behind him. The kicker comes back, kicks it again, and gets it down deeper for the Rebels. So now the complexion has changed a little bit more. Now the Rebels don't need to worry about stopping them. Don't need to worry about the clock. Now they got, 1:30 to get another score here to really take the lead before the end of the half.
Really an amazing kickoff. That could have gone so many different ways, and it went great for South Fulton.
So many ways that would be really bad for South Fulton. Shotgun formation, 4-man wide, and he just has no help now. He's looking to pass, gonna keep it, gets past one. He's got a nice block. What a beautiful block. Oh my gosh. Gets almost the first down. I do believe, yes, he did pass the first down. But that wide receiver, perfect block, perfect positioning, wasn't a blind side. He knew exactly where he was. He just won.
Yeah, just an absolute great heads-up play.
God, that just makes me happy. I love seeing good blocks. Just makes that fat kid inside of me just, yeah. Who needs all these fancy plays and technicalities? Just push him out of the way. 1st and 10, back to the shotgun, but 2-man tighter now. Looking to pass. He's got nobody to help him. Launches it. It'll be overthrown. Incomplete, 1:10 remaining.
Incomplete to number 44, Fulton.
No, have some great passes so far. Trying to get something to go, but a lot of times he doesn't have too much time really to help. They got a great blitz coming in most plays.
I think some run game wouldn't be out of the question here. A couple throws in a row, and might as well run it up.
You do have a full minute to work with. Just kind of need to make sure if you do run it, maybe some sweeps to this short side to the left. They'll send another man in motion. This time it will be a sweep right. Gets upfield, and he is stopped. Can't see if it's just the lights or if there's a flag down there. I do not see a flag, so we'll keep it rolling. 3rd and 5, 1 minute remaining. No huddle call as they'll get set up in shotgun formation. Looking to pass. He's got full protect, left side, long. Caught for the touchdown. Another touchdown pass and caught this time as, man. Hunter Adkins able to get a hold of that one as the Rebels take the lead before the end of the half. 24-20. And a 2-point conversion attempt to try and make it a 6-point game unless they go for that field goal. They'll have 44 seconds remaining for the Princes to do their work. They will go for 2. Underneath center, hands it off. It'll be a sweep right, and that is completely seen through, but he's able to quick go up left side and good. So 26-20 as the Rebels able to take the lead before the end of the half. We'll take a quick break on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well as Q98.1.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back. 24-20 your score as the Rebels lead the Princeville Princes. 44 seconds remaining here in this half. They'll kick it off. This time a little bit faster of a squib as they'll hold on to it. Nice heads-up play. If you catch the ball, even if you're on the second line, just lay down. You're already at the 40-yard line. Just lay down, guys.
Excellent field position either way.
So 42.6. We'll see what the Princeville Princes cook up here. Down 6. In my head, you're going to go straight back to the slants. You've had a good slant seam combo, maybe even a bubble screen out to the far side, but you're going to use that pass and speed that you've definitely shown that you have.
Absolutely.
And they'll go trips right side. A little bit of confusion on which way is left and right. There we go. They get set up. Looking to pass. Once again, launches it and almost picked off, and it will be a flag in the backfield. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Move them up 15 yards and an automatic first down.
That's a penalty you really got to be careful on, because there is a bit of leeway if he has just thrown the ball and you tackle him. But if
he was already almost on the ground when
absolutely.
he fell on him. There'll be a sideline warning. Don't see that too much anymore.
Against the Rebels.
Rebels apparently got a little bit too much into the referees' faces. This ain't MLB.
Just a little too excited.
And
That's
once again, he got his sidelines mixed up. How do you mix up the sideline? At any case, they'll start on the opposing 45-yard line. 1st and 10, 38.5 seconds remaining for the Princes to try and tie this one up for the end of the half. 4-man wide, 1-man close. Looks to pass. Gets past one, and he is sacked from behind, but he is able to get the ball out. It will be, they're going to say it was a full pass instead of a fumble. So 2nd and 10, 32 seconds remaining. And a great push, their first full sack, but they've had some great pushes so far.
Yeah, the defense is really keeping them on their toes. However, the quarterback is really great, especially this drive of getting the ball off quick. That last play, there was a little bit of a hang up in the backfield, but he still did get the ball off. It just did not go where he really wanted it to.
Carruthers looking to pass once again, rolling right, steps up. He's going to take it left side, launches it, and it'll be incomplete.
Pass broken up by number 4.
He had the sideline. In that situation, instead of stopping and trying to launch it, you've just got to run. You've got the sideline. You can stop the clock. 25 seconds remaining. Get some forward progress, you know.
Right. He almost went over the line of scrimmage trying to throw that one.
3rd and 10 after another incomplete pass. As we get set almost to the halftime here. Halftime show brought to you by Perkins Seed House over on the Big Bend across from the high school on Route 97 in Havana and also on East Lynn Street in Canton. This time the pass is complete and he is tackled down at the 40-yard line. Great coverage and a timeout taken by the Princes. 16 seconds left. 4th and 5 from the 40-yard line. As they take a timeout, we'll keep it here. Right here, if you're the Rebels, bend, don't break. Listen, just as long as they don't get in the end zone.
Absolutely.
You can have the first down at the sideline. Just don't get in the end zone here. Keep this 6-point lead. Just that little bit of momentum. They've been trailing all game. Now they get back to the lead before the end of half. At homecoming, got a great crowd here. Got the cheerleaders screaming. You've got to keep that momentum and pressure high.
Yeah, at this point, they're not even really trying to defend the offense. They're just trying to defend against the clock. With 16 seconds left, depending on how it goes, you can get, I'd say, no more than 3, possibly 4 plays if you're really quick. But chances are it's going to be, I'd say, 2 plays.
South Fulton, instead of having the whole, carriers for water bottles, they got the carriers, but they put them in a little blue wagon out there.
I saw that.
That's kind of cool. Coming from an old, junior high water boy, that's a lot better than having to carry those things. 4th and 5. Looks to pass, launches it. Intercepted. Pass interference, however, will be the call. Keep it moving, however. The clock down to 7 seconds. Pass interference will be the call as he ran into him. So it'll be a first down for the Princes. Vogelsong, had a great interception. Just too bad there was interference beforehand. Pretty much straight and clear, ran straight into him.
Yeah, really eager to get the ball. I don't knock him anything for that, but
no,
just got to be a little bit careful. That's all.
So they'll get him at the spot of the foul. 10 more, and it will be a first down. The real question is, are they going to move the clock any? Because they did have the interception, ran it down another 5 seconds in this crucial of a time. We'll see whether they put time on the clock or not. Referees discussing. Will be a first down as we have the final call. Pass interference on the defense.
Pass interference on the Rebels.
As they'll head back up, it'll be a... They're going to go spot of the foul. We'll see. Looks like they will keep the time what it is at, so it'll be 7 seconds remaining. The Rebels trying to defend their lead, 26-20, as we get close to halftime here at South Fulton.
Even still, with the penalty, this is
worth it.
Yeah, this is absolutely worth it.
You got another 5 seconds off that clock. 100% worth it. Now 7 seconds to go. Shotgun formation, trips left. As they maneuver around, try to get a defenders where they need to be. Looking like man, launches it, right side. Incomplete. He had perfect control, had it straight in his hands, but it just fell through.
Brings up second down and 10 for Princeville with 2 seconds remaining in the half.
We'll see. Okay, he is up and moving. It always scares me. You have a big play like that, and then the player doesn't move once they hit the ground. After about 2 seconds, you're just sitting there going, oh, man, is he just mad at himself, disappointed, or is he hurt?
It's usually the case that they're just mad that they didn't get the play. Especially, I know from experience a little bit on that one.
No,
you miss a big play, and you're a little down on yourself, but
I was never involved in any big plays. I was a lineman.
Yeah, me too. I was usually on defense, so it wasn't huge plays normally.
2 seconds left. Second and long. Hooks to pass. That'll be the end of the half, and it is incomplete. Pass incomplete. Wide receiver looking for a pass interference call. Not really going to get it here at the situation. So score 26-20. As we'll take a break here for halftime in a little bit. So, Wayne, when it comes to the game so far, great game. What's been the big standout for you?
The big standout has really just been both defensive teams have been outstanding. However, we were talking about this being a defensive game, and then for a second, we were like, oh, maybe it could be an offensive game. I think this game is going to be on both sides of the ball. It's going to be fought on every side of the ball on both fronts.
One thing that really I pointed out so far is when it has this defense, you've gotten multiple fourth down, big-time situations, about 5 so far in this game in the first half. They are fighting tooth and nail to get anything going between both these teams. Few fumbles, a few penalties. That's really going to be the big takeaway here is those penalties and mistakes when they come, as they've had a great game so far for both teams. When it comes to the Rebels, South Fulton has had many penalties, about 7 or 8 so far. A few of them a little bit more costly than the others. The face mask, especially, as that set up that first touchdown. So, here on the Halftime Show, brought to you by Perkins Seed House on the Big Bend across from the high school on Route 97 in Havana and on the East Lynn Street of Canton. We will we'll keep it here a little bit to have the band play whenever they get set up. Might as well for folks watching here on YouTube on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. About 26-20, 18 minutes left in this halftime as the band walks out. Offensively, we've had 2 great catches so far for the Rebels. I'd like to see a little bit more of that sweep movement really working better.
Oh, yeah. I believe both teams have had some great throws, but I personally, coming from how my team played when I was in high school, I loved seeing a great right up the middle or maybe a sweep, that kind of an offense, because I feel like it's better to watch. You get a great breakthrough. Looks way better coming out straight up the middle, breaking away from a whole lot of defensive players. And for me, it's more exciting.
Well, and especially with this game, I've gotten kind of used to the 8-man feel. I've gotten kind of used to a lot more of sweeps and look upfield, and you got one man to beat, or passes where there's basically a full 7-on-7 skeleton out there with nobody rushing. Now you got to contend with this defensive rush that the South Fulton Rebels have really utilized to get a few sacks and some great stops. I'm loving really what I'm seeing between both these teams. It'll be a great game. So we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, as well on Q98.1, as we'll see you about maybe 3 or 4 minutes, depending on how long that line is for pork chop, as Wayne already looking quite hungry. We will see you in just a few minutes.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me. and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Bladentsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Skip adding detergent to every load with the Load and Go dispenser. Choose from models that hold enough for 20 to 40 loads. With select models even adding a second compartment for fabric softener. So clothes get the care they need, and you can skip adding detergent every time. The Load and Go dispenser, now available in 3 sizes. Brought to you by Whirlpool. Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, And the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care, it felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
MDH Sport Medicine and Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And welcome back to halftime here. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. This is alongside Q98.1. Just had the halftime show, a little bit of a longer one, as South Fulton have started up a halftime. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. A little bit of the inductees for the 2023 Hall of Fame class. Whole bunch out there, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. A full 10 set up for them. We'll get ready to set for the third quarter here in just about, I'd say 3 or 4 minutes, adding in a little bit more to stretch. South Fulton's still not out onto the field yet, but Princeville is, and they are set up in the circle. Just a full-on little bit of stretch. Here's we have the halftime show brought to you by Perkins Seed House on the Big Bend from the high school. Route 97 in Havana. There we go. That's for Perkins Seed House, as well on East Lynn Street in Canton. And, oh. We got some kids screaming out there.
Just a bit of a shriek.
Yeah, I guess so, I tell you, I've seen about 7 football games going on during halftime between the two sides here. Nice little hill to run down and
that's
fall.
where the real game's going on.
Oh yeah, who cares about the things that are out here? 26 to 20. I don't think. Why did my scoreboard get rid of 2 of their points? There we go. Now my scoreboard's right. Apologies to everybody watching here on YouTube. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I just can't apparently hit the right buttons. 2 minutes remaining here in this halftime. So coming out of this, a little bit of a halftime, a little bit of breather. Still a very close game, 6-point game. How do you see Princeville coming out and their defensive strategy to stop what has really become a great offensive drive for the past few by South Fulton?
Well, the Princeville defense, they seem to be wrapping up that sweep that South Fulton's giving them, but lately it seems like that, especially those couple little pass plays that South Fulton had, they can't quite get the right coverage for them.
A little bit of a coverage issue, especially from we've seen from South Fulton on the opposite side, as they've able to get some nice defended, a lot of incompletions there later, but those first few passes, they really just had some issues picking up. We'll see how they're able to change that here as the Rebels come back onto the field. As Wayne will switch that over, so you'll be able to see that. Going with more of a dynamic stretching, get things up and moving, as compared to the circle up and stretch of the Princeville Princes. In my personal opinion, I do believe the dynamic is much better. Get that heart rate moving, get things pumping.
Heart rate moving, blood flowing, yeah.
Yeah, those, especially on a night here where you've already said that you should have brought a jacket.
It's always hot at the start of the game, and then once it nears the second half or towards the end of the game, it starts getting a little cold.
That's just because you wear jeans all the time.
No, I don't think that's the issue at all.
Oh, okay, so it's just your arms. Only your arms gets cold and hot.
It's mostly my hands.
Oh, well, then get gloves and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but got to work the camera with gloves on. It's not ideal.
Dude, I had to do when I was working for Western, doing the games there on the ESPN streams. We had a truck that had one little space heater and like an old bread truck. I tell you, I'm sitting there shaking hands. It's so cold. They're doing audio, doing all the sliders and everything for a basketball game. Oh, my gosh. I'd never really been that cold. I work outside during the winter all day, chopping wood. Everything's fine. I got in that truck for 4 hours doing nothing except for moving a slider up and down. Boy, it got hot. Full sprints for him. 2 minutes on the clock. We'll be set here to end this halftime. Brought to you by Perkins Seed House on the Big Bend, across from the high school on Route 97 in Havana, and also on East Lynn Street in Canton. There, I could get it. I can read now.
You get it sometimes.
Okay. Set to go. I mean, you got one team who's already packed up. They're getting their kickoff together. The other one's still out there stretching, hitting the grapevines. I tell you, that's the best move ever. I love grapevines. I don't know if it's just because I line dance so much that it's just kind of second nature at this point.
I think that might be the reason.
I remember trying to teach you one night. It wasn't great.
Oh, line dancing?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of it.
You can't hit the foot loose at all?
Well, never learned the steps, never really want to.
Oh, man. I remember I was at one of my buddies' weddings. They played Footloose, and I was the only person there that knew it. And I was trying to teach like 20 people at the same time. And I just look at them like, guys, just let me sit down. All right, this isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, please don't play it again.
Oh, man, we used to have FFA dances in high school. It's like everybody knows the same 3 line dances. You know, you split them up in the evening. We went to one. They did them all 3 right in a row at the beginning of the night. Oh, my God, I've never had my legs burning so hard in my life. 26-20 as we end the halftime here. South Fulton Rebels coming back onto the field. They will be set to receive here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, also on Q98.1. This game brought to you by Adams Experts. Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. And also brought to you by the Sports Corner 124, Macomb's original local sports bars, the Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink, some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and see them at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. 12 minutes on the clock, set for the third quarter. I should move that over on our scoreboard real quick. The kick is off, and once again, another squib kick picked up by the Rebels. At about the 49-yard line, so still some excellent field position for them. Still haven't had a kick that went past 20 yards.
Oh, yeah, not at all. But, I mean, it seems to be working out for both teams.
Not really a big kick type of game so far, but some good punts by this Rebels team. 1:58 gets set for the first drive of the second half. Rebels will set up in shotgun once again. Looking like 4-man wide. Man in motion, they hand it off, gets a lead block, gets 2 leads block, and he is wrapped up and taken down at about the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1.
Run by number 44, Caden Ferguson for a gain.
Ferguson just tried to get up there, but had a few lead blocks. Just able to get one arm on him and just stopped it enough for able to get the rest of the team on him. So, no gain on the play, we'll say. 2nd and 10.
Hopefully this Rebels offense hasn't lost any momentum since they went into halftime.
But still, those sweeps for both teams just really aren't working. You really want to stretch out that field, get things going laterally, but you're not able to find any holes. They're going full blitz, everybody crowding the box. They're trying to get outside and can't get it. That would have been a great play to run a sweep on.
Absolutely.
A full blitz by this Princeville Prince's team as they're able to get into the backfield and drop them for a loss of 3. So now 3rd and 14 for the Rebels. We'll see what the Rebels are going to come out in this time, most likely back to the shotgun. Indeed they do. Looking left side, man in motion. Looking to pass, has nice protection, great blocking, gets upfield, and he's going to chuck it and tipped down, almost intercepted. And it'll be 4th and 14. Had the right idea. Stood up in the pocket. Just couldn't get it one down as it is able to be batted down.
Yeah, the defender there really just scooped that ball up almost as soon as it left his hand.
On that QB spy look on the zone. So 4th and 14, we'll see a punt once again from this South Fulton team.
A little bit of confusion out there. Not really sure where he knew where to go.
Venture odds, set to punt. Back to receive is Jake Williams. A little bit of a missed snap, but they're able to get it, and boy, what a punt. Down to the 25, and it gets a nice South Fulton roll down past the 20 to the 19-yard line, and that is where the Princes will start out. 10:18 remaining in the third quarter, 26-20, as South Fulton leads the Princeville Princes.
Had some great punts, definitely, like you were saying earlier. Great roll on it as well.
This game brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Rebels on to victory. Gets a gain of about 5, a nice run on the play. As Princeville will set up for, oh boy. You know, I did mention that they do have 2 speakers back here behind us, and boy, are they cranked. One was completely off. They just turned on the second one as I could feel it rumbling in my feet. 26-20, 9:50 remaining, 2nd and 3. Shotgun formation, hands the ball off, gets a great push, but he is stopped down.
Number 52, Alex Gunther wants to stop again. Brings up 3rd down. And
not liking that play as the linebacker. They went straight towards him to block him. It'll be a 1st down on the run, as they'll have a few defensive substitutions for the Rebels. Looks like they're going to try and get a little bit bigger on that line. 9:35 remaining. Back under center. Excuse me, shotgun formation. This time a pass, screen, and incomplete. That was a close one as he was right there. 2 defenders ready to pick it. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. As they'll take their time getting the play off. Tell you, this second half just feels a lot slower than that first one. A lot more passing instead of just straight rushing. Back to shotgun, 2nd and long. This time a screen pass, gets it by him, gets past one. He has a sideline, trips on the grass, 1st down and more, down to the 40. That's all the way across, spinning around, down to the 20-yard line. And a great pass. And we'll see. We do have a referee blowing the whistle, so maybe a flag. I'm not seeing one down.
There's a flag on the play.
There is one. Hey, there it is. One of the cheerleaders standing right in front of my way. I do believe that might be blocking the back, if I had to guess. Wouldn't put a lot of money on it, but they do have the Princes moving backwards, so it will be a block in the back against the Princes. From the spot of the foul, they'll move him back. Most likely will keep the 1st down, though, on that long screen pass. They will indeed get the 1st down as they'll move the markers. It'll be a 1st down at about the 45-yard line. Still 26-20 here in the third quarter, 9 minutes remaining. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 for the Princes. Hand the ball upfield, and he gets a nice gain of about 5. And man, I think I say nice gain of about 5 pretty much every run that they have. Princes are able to get so much momentum looking laterally, trying to gauge where they're going to pass, where they're going to hand it off, that they're able to get upfield, get past the 1st line, and that lineman is right there to pick them up.
Yeah, they're definitely not bad at the fakes. They've gotten me a couple times on the camera here. Can't always see exactly where the ball is going.
Well, it doesn't, take too much to fake you out. I mean, you're not the smartest bulb in the box, if I have to say. Hands the ball off once again, and he gets past 1, gets past 2 before he's taken down, but not before he gets another Princeville 1st down. You know, the last game we did about 2 weeks ago, I did get a message from my mom saying, "Hey, can you just stop being so mean to your cameramen?"
Oh, I'm used to it about now.
Hey, you get paid very well.
I do.
I mean, not from me, of course. I'm broke. 1st and 10. Sitting at about the 43-yard line. 7:45 remaining here in this third quarter. 26-20 still your score. As Princeville gets a nice drive started. Got about 2 or 3 first downs on this drive. But once again, that penalty creeping back to slow them down. Hands it off once again. Another gain of about 7. And, oh, man, we got a little bit of chippiness going on between a few of the defensive and offensive linemen down there. Looks like linemen playing to the whistle, going a little bit farther than the whistle.
Hey, a little bit of bickering down there, a little arguments. Never hurt anybody. Makes the game a little more interesting, especially for the players.
2nd and 4. Looking at that right side a little bit too. Power 2. This time it's going to be a screen blocked down and a great pickup. Oh, it was batted down by number 44, Caden Fogelsong, the tight end for them. Also defense end, able to use that height advantage to really just get your hands up and block it down. Kind of TJ Watt-like.
And getting experience playing both sides of the ball on opposing positions. You kind of have a little bit more insight on where to go, what to do.
Both sides of the ball. Everybody plays both sides of the ball. This is high school football. 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation. A double handoff, hands it, and a first down and more. Gets past one, uses that speed in for the touchdown. Princeville able to get one in. Tyshawn Kaiser gets another touchdown. So that ties the game up at 26 as the Princes look to get the lead on a 2-point conversion. And, man, he's just got some great speed, especially when he hits that sideline, is able to use everything up forward. You just really can't do much against him.
Yeah, once you hit the gap and get clear field down the sideline, it's unbelievable what you can do.
Shotgun formation, 4-man. Looks like twinned up. It'll be a quick screen, and that is slant just too far right. We do have a player down, so we'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and Q98.1.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, you know, they're all good. And you get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, you know, they're all good. And you get all the support you need. this is just the best place for you and your family.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well as Q98-1. Did have an injury after the two-point conversion attempt. He's up and able to walk on his own. So we'll have to see. Most likely looked like a little bit of a leg injury. But it looks like he's doing pretty good on the sideline. That was number 1, Jonas Shaw. And remember how we were talking about how they weren't big kickoffs? Well, that one went down to the 10-yard line, and he'll return it down to the 25 and had a huge hit. So for the first time this game, they decide to not go with a squib kick and let it fly, and I think that's working better for him. Down at the 25, that's the farthest away that South Fulton has started this game.
Well, I wonder if they decided it's a tie game, might as well be 0-0 now. Let's start them a little farther back than we usually do.
1st and 10 for the Rebels. They'll set up underneath the center, back into a full house look. Hands it off left side and keeps his legs trucking. A nice gain of about 2.
Run by number 34, Avery Fawcett, for a gain of a couple yards for the Rebels.
Once again, just kind of that difference between 11 and 8-man football. With those many linemen in there, it is really hard to figure out who's got the ball and how much they actually win. Gets a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. And back to that full house. Hands it off right side, gets past one level, tackled down by the linebacker.
Run by number 30.
A good gain of about 4.
5 yards, brings up 3rd down and 3.
3rd and about 4. 5:31 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. As the Rebels get back up. 3rd and 4. Witt with full house once again, this time right back to the tailback, and the tailback gets passed in for the 1st down and some more. Breaks a few tackles and gets down to about the 45-yard line. We'll see exactly where they move it. They'll move him back to the 44. Still a 1st down for the Rebels. 5:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
See, that is the type of play I've been talking about. Straight up the middle, bit of a break free. Really gets the crowd going and definitely gets the momentum of the team built up.
And a nice gain of about 3 and about 10 yards down the line. That defensive lineman there's getting a pancake, getting blown up.
Absolutely great block.
And then you're on your back 10 yards down the line. That's one of those you got to figure out what happened that play and how do I make sure that doesn't happen again. Those are the worst feelings when you're watching tomorrow morning the film over again and you just see your body just fly out. Hands it off, tries to juke a little bit. You know, if you're going with a sweep, you got to go hard to turn that corner. If you're going upfield, you got to go hard to run up. I don't think I've ever seen one coach say, "Hey, if you're going to go through the B gap, let's stand straight up and look to see how I'm going to juke around with a defensive lineman 1 yard behind."
Yeah, absolutely. You don't hear that.
Even the greatest players, Barry Sanders, wouldn't have made that work. 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation, looks to pass, has a nice blitz, gets it, incomplete. Just a little bit too far leaning. So now at the 49-yard line, 4th and 4. We'll see how the Rebels deal with this with 3:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And if anybody's wondering, the Cubs once again are losing 3-0 against the Milwaukee Brewers. Well, it was fun when I thought we'd have a decent playoff spot while it lasted.
Yeah, I don't get my hopes up.
Yep, it happens. Shotgun, 4th and 4. Looks to pass, gets it, and oh man, he's got one man to beat. Reaches and gets the first down. What a great pickup that time by Caden Fogelsong. Rebels get another first down on a little screen pass.
Seems like the screen passes are the alternative instead of trying to run those sweeps.
And it does also seem that with a loss, the San Diego Padres won't be able to make the playoffs. Have a Cy Young, Juan Soto, and a bunch of great players and still not be able to get up in there. 1st and 10, a gain of about 2 or 3 on the rush. We'll go with 2. 2nd and 8, 3:07 remaining here on the clock. Still tied 26-26 as the Rebels host the Princes. It's just really been tit for tat so far in this second half.
Yeah, no matter who has the ball, it's always been a good drive.
2nd and 8. Full house, hands it. Oh, messed me up. Goes for the sweep right side. Gets a gain of about 5.
Run by every faucet for a gain of about 3.
Oh, man. Maybe a gain of 2. They really marked him back. So 3rd and 6 to go. We'll see what the Rebels cook up this time. 2:15 remaining in the quarter.
Maybe pull something out of the saddlebag.
I was waiting for you to say something. I'm surprised it took 3 quarters for you to bring up the saddlebags. That is your favorite old-timey term. Looking to pass, and he's able to get the snap off. It was over on top, and he has to launch it. That'll be no one around. Incomplete. 4th and 6. Decent job to make something out of nothing, even if that something ends up being nothing.
That's like putting a pan in the oven with nothing to cook on.
Hey, you know, at least it wasn't a sack, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
At least you still have the pan.
That's true. Cook up something later.
That might have been the dumbest analogy you've ever come up with, and that's saying something. 4th and 6. Shotgun, 4-man wide for the Rebels. Looking to pass, has one protector. Long ball down the seam, and we'll see. No flag. No flag. They're looking for pass interference. So a turnover on down. And, boy, South Fulton really wanted a flag there. I didn't quite see much of anything.
It did kind of look like the defender had his arm.
I mean, you can touch him. You can't grab. You can't move him. You can just be aware.
It looked like he had his arm grabbed. That's from what I saw, though.
But in any case, turnover on down. So a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for the Princeville Princes. 1:52 remaining in 3rd quarter. Still tied 26-26. Hands it off, fullback dive. Nice gain as he just keeps on trucking those legs about 5 yards.
Run by number 35, stop by
So 2nd and about 5.
About 5 Rebel players.
We'll go with 5, maybe 4. This game brought to you by Raritan State Bank. Raritan State Bank's Bushnell branch, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Rebels. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC.
It looked like he was going to stop him short about halfway from where he eventually made it to, but he eventually pushed through like a rocket in that one.
Gain of about 4 is just it does it to get the first down. Another 1st and 10. This one on the ground, looks to pass now. A little bit of a snafu with the snap. Goes straight through the hands of the intended receiver. That was number 88, Josh Hunt. So 2nd and 10 with 48 seconds remaining. Second and 10. Shotgun formation, 3-man wide for him. Linebacker moving up for South Fulton, looking for a blitz. Indeed, they take the blitz and stops the runner at about a gain of 2. A nice pickup by this defense.
Run by number 22.
Trayvon gets another 2 or so.
Number 51.
Best offensive player so far for the Princeville Princes by far. You know, that this running back has really just been going great for him.
Absolutely.
Tayshawn able to get some decent runs, has a touchdown or 2. But the biggest thing is just the way he's able to watch while running, has his head up completely while chugging those legs. 3rd and 7. Looking to pass, rolling left side, throws his off his. We'll see. They'll say complete. Man, right-handed quarterback, rolling left, throwing without his legs set, so it's just a little bit of a cross-body move. A lot of times you see something like that, it's not going to be too accurate, but he's able to get it for the first down. And 2 and 1, so that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter, still tied at 26 as the Princes trying to ruin homecoming here for the South Fulton Rebels. We'll take a break and get ready for the 4th quarter here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and as well on Q98.1.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. 4th quarter action now, 26-26, as the Princeville Prince is trying to score up against the South Fulton Rebels. I'm Ken Suter alongside Wayne Hoy. Hands the ball off, and another great run. He skips along, gets another first down for the Princes. Once again, Tayshawn Kaiser doing a great job on the rush and gets another first down for the Princeville Princes. 11:47 remaining. This game brought to you by King Family Chiropractic. King Family Chiropractic, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, supports Bushnell-Prairie City athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MyDC. That's 6932. They also perform DOT/CDL physicals for just $85. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation, looks to pass. He's got a nice rush. Gets the completion down close to the first down marker. We'll see where it's at. But once again, another pass working for him. It will be close, but no cigar, so 2nd and 1. Ball around the 24-yard line.
It does look like Princeville has gotten their passer run balance. They finally found it.
You know, and they're getting some completions now. A little bit more blocking pressure. They're not sending out as many people on routes, really helping them just kind of lock in. 2nd and short. They'll fake a pass. He's going to roll, launches it. A little bit of a shovel action and in. Ball on the ground. We'll see. I do believe it was Princeville who came up with it. So another first down for the Princes. You know, still tied game, but both of these teams could have had a chance to really take the lead and keep it rolling. They've just had some, turnovers, multiple fumbles for both teams, and factor in those penalties. Really close game between these two. Still tied, 26, 1st and 10. Shotgun, and it'll be a flag, a false start most likely. We will see. They'll call offsides. So again, another call on this South Fulton team.
Yeah, they're stacking them up. However, that doesn't seem to be dragging them down either. I mean, who knows what the score would be without all those penalties and setbacks and what have you. But they don't seem to be doing bad, even with those stacking penalties.
Switching out a few defensive players. Oh, and it does look like we had a player laid down. We'll check up on him. First of 5. Hands the ball off. He just blows wide through. And they're still stacked up. Close. They'll say no touchdown. They stacked him up at about the 2 or 3. And a whole lot of something going on down there. Well, we'll see. Okay, so we'll be first and about 2nd and goal from the 2, the 3. That is so close.
They had almost all 22 players in on that one.
And they're just standing around, and of course the referees aren't going to be able to see anything. Looking for the blitz, hands it off fullback, doesn't get it.
Oh.
Great defensive
Immediately
coverage.
stopped.
He stopped it so quick that I thought I got faked out looking for a pass because he just went nowhere.
Yeah, he definitely ran into a wall on that one.
So it'll be 3rd and goal. 8:35 remaining in this game. And boy, what a quick quarter.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's just so great. I'm just excited we have a close game, man. The amount of blowouts we've had to do this year, it's just so great. Looking to pass, rolls out right. He trips over 2. And in for the touchdown. Princes take the lead on the QB rush. Excuse me, I hit the wrong button there. There we go. 32-26 your score as the Princes lead, looking to make it an 8-point game on this 2-point conversion. Both teams having issues on the 2-point line. This game brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and of course pizza. Dine in or carry out 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. 2-point conversion time. Shotgun formation for the Princes. Going to roll right, looking, launches it, and that is in for the completion.
2-point conversion good.
2-point is good. 34-26 your score. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well as Q98.1.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Bladentsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, alongside Ken Suter, Wayne Hoy. 8:12 remaining, 34-26 your score as the Princes take the lead over the South Fulton Rebels. Set to kick will be the Rebels. And they do have a player back deep now as they go with a little bit of a squib, get back to him about the 25-yard line. He'll take it, goes upfield and trip down. Great pickup on the gunner. See, that is 21, Marcel Primera. And that's exactly what you want to do. When you're a bullet on those far sides, you hold off, make sure that nobody gets past down the sidelines, and then you crash to that ball.
I'm sure that will be on his huddle highlight reel. It happens. Huddle highlight reel shortly tomorrow.
My highlight reel was, taking breaks, having a nice time. I played, but I wasn't good. I played because we didn't have people.
I had a few highlights. None of them were stunning.
Shotgun formation, empty tray, 4-man wide, sends a man in motion. That are the Rebels. Hands it off for the sweep, and he is tackled and brought down hard behind the line. Oh, and man, I kind of hate seeing those tackles where you stand up and then just whip them right across in a circle. Second and about 12 now, 7:45. That is just concussion central.
Oh, definitely. Even if you don't hit the ground hard with your head, still a little bit of whiplash in there.
Especially when you got that spin around. 7:30 remaining. 12 yards to go about. Looking to pass. Launches it right side down the field and overthrown by about 5 feet. And the crowd definitely wanting a call for pass interference.
Well, on any broken pass, you're going to want to try to get a call like that.
Mm-hmm. The Tom, you can go with the Tom Brady, chuck it down there. There'll be some.
Yeah.
Overthrown by 30 yards. There'll be some.
Wasn't his fault.
7:19, 3rd and 12 now to go. Somebody brought a cowbell. I just heard it for the first time there.
That is a classic high school crowd instrument.
And I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, I've never liked them.
I've always hated. 3rd and long, shotgun, sends a man in motion, right side, hands the ball off. He's got 2 lead blockers, gets past 1 defender, finds the sideline, cannot get past the second one. Oh, he does, able to sneak through and down, almost gets the first down, and they will.
First down.
See,
I thought the blocker originally had the ball.
Another thing with the 8-man versus 11-man is I'm used to the sidelines being shorter. So by the time he reached out there, I go, man, he ain't got no more place to run. I forgot there's a whole other few feet.
And with the angle we're sitting at, and the illusion the field and lights give, it looks even shorter.
So a first down for the South Fulton Rebels. 7 minutes to go, down 8. Shotgun formation. Once again, man in motion. They'll run the same play, but flip it around, and that is stopped down. Helmet straight to the leg, and he is down, collected his breath real quick. Loss of about 3 brings up 2nd and 13. Once again, that perception changed. Never mind. He lost 1, 2nd and 11. From where I sat, it looks like it's about 4 yards back further than it was. Clock continues to roll. Now 6 minutes to go. 34-26 your score as the Princeville Princes lead the South Fulton Rebels. Empty set, looks to pass. Rolling, Left side has an out and throws it straight towards the referee. Overthrown a little bit and incomplete.
Pass intended for number 34, Avery Fawcett. It falls incomplete.
.550 left in the game. It's been a kind of a slow fourth quarter. The third quarter went really quick, but this one has seen a lot of stops, a lot of faulty plays. What do you think?
Set to go, 3rd and long. They'll get set up in shotgun, but a different setup to have 2-man deep. Looking right side, he's just completely swallowed up. Oh, and he launches the ball. Incomplete. That could have been picked off. Man, like he had 5 defenders over him in the circle, able to get it launched off, and it was almost picked off.
Yeah, I see. In that kind of situation,
You got to take the sack.
Yeah, you have to take the sack because there was nothing but Princeville defenders over there.
So now 4th and 11. And they'll take a timeout to talk it over. So we'll take a timeout as well here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and also on Q98.1.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Alongside Q98.1, 4th and 11. Rebels trying to get one over on the Princes. Empty set, shotgun formation. Sends the blitz, gets past, gets it in for the pickup. First down, keeps on moving. He's got a blocker. Get to the sideline. He is down for the touchdown. Once again, another great play by number 44, Caden Vogelsong, able to get the touchdown. Now the Rebels have a chance to tie it here with 5:28 remaining in this fourth quarter. And boy, I did not think he was going to take it yard after that slant. He able to get it past the first down marker, outruns one player, gets a great block on the far side to get to the sideline and head all the way.
An absolute great heads-up run for him.
And boy, they are grabbing the water.
It also looked like he had a cramp in the end zone once he got done running.
5:28, 34-32. Chance to tie it up with here with a 2-point conversion. Have had bad luck so far in 2-point situations. So we'll see what they try to figure out here, as this is crucial. 5:28 remaining.
This might be where that saddlebag comes into play.
Got to pick something else out of it, you know. Got a lot of room. That's why there's multiple. And another timeout taken by South Fulton. Here comes the water boy with the blue wagon full of water. So they'll try to figure out exactly what they want to do with this one. Figure out, maybe run up, maybe run left, right, pass.
The
Just
coach
run it up the front. It'll work.
The coach is coming onto the field. I did check him, or I saw him checking his pockets and his little saddlebag there.
Saddlebags.
He
The
definitely
cargo
got something.
shorts.
The cargo shorts, absolutely. The cargo pocket. He might pull something out of there. Might pull a play, maybe two.
Well, I think they normally get one shot at it. So.
Well, yeah, but he might pull out a couple.
Well, they'll pull out 3, shove it around, do a magic trick. Which card do you want? This game brought to you by Hulett Enterprises. Hulett Enterprises and Hulett Trucking takes your product down the road, near or far, and offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41, south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. Hands looking the ball to pass, right side, fakes it high up, and it is tipped by the safety. Able to get a hold of that, and a great play. I do believe that was once again 22. In any case, 34-32 your score as the Princes will get the kick-off return. We'll take a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well on Q98.1.
Find the right cycle combinations. Simply choose what and how you want to wash and dry to help keep clothes looking their best. Intuitive Controls, brought to you by Whirlpool.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also brought to you here on Q98.1, 5:28 remaining in the fourth quarter, 34-32. After the failed two-point conversion attempt, the Rebels down 2 here, 5:30 remaining. Going to need a great defensive stop and get some offensive movement to win here at homecoming.
It's not just a close game on the scoreboard. Every possession has been absolutely close.
About 6 or 7 fourth down stands trying to get things moving. Long drives for both these teams. And a decent kick here, picked up, and it's going to be on the ground. He picked it up with the knees on the ground. There we go. So 30-31 is where they'll start. The Princes will get the ball. 31-yard line. Most likely see some more hands off through the middle, and then probably some more slants. The slants has been really working for them. They'll go to clear out on the right side. Defense for the Rebels looking sort of normal. 4-man front with about 3 linebackers tight behind them. I formation. Crowding the box, they get about a gain of 3. And a nice run for the Princes.
Pass ran by number 35 for a gain of about 4 yards.
They'll give him about 4 yards, so a 2nd and 6 for the Princes. And they keep that clock moving. No reason to really keep a fast pace for this team. Just keep that clock moving down. We get down to 17 seconds left on the play clock. I formation for him. And it's going to be a fake. Gets past one, and great coverage there. Great coverage. He was able to get past 2 defenders that got way too far upfield and picked up by the contain man. That is number 44, Caden Focuson. We've said his name a lot so far today. A few touchdowns and some great plays like that. That's exactly why you have a great contain man. You got to stop at the line of scrimmage and just kind of hope and pray that you're able to be in the right position and you don't have a blocker coming straight towards you.
Definitely one of the most important positions on the defense.
3rd and 7. Shotgun formation, 4-man wide. As they'll wait to let the clock burn down. Tell them to get set about the 5-second mark. Hands it off, and a great stop by the defensive line.
By number 53,
gain of a few inches, and now 4th and 6.
Definitely looks like they're trying to run down the clock here.
Well, of course. 3:45 now left in this game, 34-32. Even if you get stopped here, if you've brought down that clock as much as you can, that's less of a chance of having another long drive for the South Fulton team.
With a tight game like this, though, or the close score, it can go the other way if the Rebels take possession, get a quick touchdown, or a long touchdown.
4th and 6. 4-man wide. Clearing out, quick screen, gets past and in for the first down. And, you know, it is what it is. It had a different defensive set. You could see the cornerback having to move all the way around to go pick up the man for man defense. And they will get the first down and keep that clock rolling now. 3 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. 34-32, the Princes lead the Rebels. Shotgun formation, 2-man tight, 2-man wide. They get down to the 10-second mark, so they'll get set. It'll be a handoff. Nice gain as he gets a full first down, full 10-yard, 11-yard rush. And another first down to move these chains. And now if you're South Fulton, you're going to need to start really thinking turnover time. As 4 full downs as they keep on moving this clock down now, 2:30 remaining. It's getting close, getting close.
Oh, yeah. Definitely going to want to watch the clock on here.
Excuse me, that is going to be a 2nd and 1 as they move them back. The forward progress stopped before I saw him, apparently. Once again, I am blind, I guess. 2nd and close, shotgun formation, hands it off same time, stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining, a loss of 2, and now 3rd and about 3. That's a huge play. Huge play to get this crowd back up and amped. 1:45 as the clock continues to go down, 34-32. Play clock down now to 15, still in the huddle. They'll go back to shotgun formation. 3 men wide. And it'll be a toss left, getting there, and in for a first down and more, down to the 35-yard line. Did run out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock.
First down. Run by number 35.
I'll watch that again here on that replay. 1, maybe 2 quick holds on that far side that I was looking at. In any case, the referees did not see it, so they'll keep it going. Now, I thought they ran out of bounds. Maybe they fell down.
I thought they did.
They ran out of bounds, so the referee's not paying attention. They'll roll clock now. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining here. You've got the clock. There we go. The clock was supposed to be stopped, so they'll figure out now where to go because they had the whole thing stopped for trying to get the flags moved. We'll see where they want to start it.
Yeah, the clock definitely should not have been rolling.
I do believe it was about 1:17 or something like that.
I'm not totally sure what happened here.
I'm totally not sure either. We'll see. I think they're getting the clock back up. I'm going to be sure. I'm going to be completely honest. I've never seen the referee that. Or they're going to say unsportsmanlike conduct. That's an odd movement for that. You know, normally you go full T instead of like an Egyptian move. They're going to say unsportsmanlike conduct to move them up another 15 now. 34-32 as they'll take the knee. As the Princes will roll clock.
That was
you know, that is the weirdest way to end a game I've really ever seen. A confusing play there. They didn't stop the clock when they should have, and then call it unsportsmanlike penalty to really lock it in.
That I'm sure that doesn't sit well with a lot of these Rebel fans.
As you can feel this silence, you can feel it like a blanket covering you.
I think everyone's just as confused and disappointed as we are right now.
So with that, that'll be the end of this game. with the final kneel. Your final score will be 34-32 as the Princes win a game against South Fulton here at South Fulton for their homecoming.
And what? The final from Nelson Snowden Field. The final score. Princeville,
and what was a great game?
Like it was definitely a great game.
It was a great game. I don't know really what really happened there. The referees didn't tell us really what happened there.
No,
just a whole ball of confusion really to stop this one off. But in any case, we will have the post-game show here on TSSR Game Time Live as well as Q98.1. This Fulton County Farm Bureau Player of the Game, serving Fulton County producers for over 100 years. Fulton County Farm Bureau. Well, we'll take a quick little break here on TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well as Q98.1, as we'll be back in 30 seconds.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as we get set here for the post-game show, brought to you by Fulton County Farm Bureau, the Fulton County Farm Bureau Player of the Game, serving Fulton County producers for over 100 years, Fulton County Farm Bureau. Well, your final here, 34-32 for the Farm Bureau Player of the Game. I'd have to pick number 22, Tayshawn Kaiser, the running back for the Princes. Had a few touchdowns for him as well, but pretty much overall just had everything in the bag the entire game. He was the most consistent player out there for the Princes, able to pretty much get at least 4 or 5 yards on every rush that he had.
Absolutely. He was everywhere he should have been and more.
Exactly. And going through, favorite play that I've seen from him so far this game wasn't even one that he scored on or even had a big play on. Gets blown up. A little bit of a miscommunication on who's going where, so they hand the ball off towards him. It's probably third quarter. Able to get something out of nothing, makes about 5 yards, which his average was most likely 5 yards. I don't have all the fancy math and stats, but overall, be the Farm Bureau Player of the Game, number 22, Tayshawn Kaiser from the Princeville Princes. 34-32, your final. Well, overall, what did you think of the game?
It was a fantastic game. That's one of the best games I've seen in quite a long time. What disappointed me, and I'm sure most people at the field, is the end.
I don't know what it is, whether it's just no communication at all of really what's happening. But yeah, you had a close game. You get what I thought was first down, move it back, 2nd and 1, having a big, important rush, able to get out to the far side, tackled before he gets in the end zone. I mean, I'll have to go check. I could be wrong, but I definitely thought I saw him out of bounds because that's how you end a run if he's running out of bounds.
Absolutely.
And you stop the clock when it's out of bounds. They didn't stop the clock.
The clock should have been stopped.
If the clock had been stopped, it wasn't, kneel 3 times and you're good. You'd have to run at least one more play.
Absolutely.
In any case, it is what it is here on TSR Game Time Live as well as Q98.1. We thank you for watching here as well. It was a pretty good game overall, Disappointing end, of course. But it could have been a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we had a great game. Rebels had a great game overall, a few little mistakes, and the biggest thing is those 2-point conversions. We're not able to capitalize on a 2-point conversion.
No, definitely not. You get two teams like this that seem to be about equal skill level. You get them battling back and forth for 4 whole quarters, almost relentlessly, and then you just get that little bit of bad taste in your mouth at the end. But no, either way, both offenses, once they got into their groove, they were doing excellent. The defense had a lot of great stops. Very well balanced, if I do say so myself.
Great game for us here on TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as well as the folks over at Q98.1. I'm Ken Suter alongside Wayne Hoy, and we thank you for watching.